Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And in this one I want to be talking about the Walking Dead franchise and its decline in popularity. Now, there definitely is a decline, you know, you gotta see that, but it's not as bad as people are making it out to be. Like, every time you just type down The Walking Dead online, all what comes up is people just saying the ratings are terrible, the ratings are terrible, the ratings are terrible. I think Walking Dead ratings are still better than most TV shows. AMC, I wouldn't imagine cancelling it. It's still their biggest show. Why would they cancel it? Season 9 so far. Now, we've only had 2 episodes of Season 9 so far, but Season 9 is a nice return to form. I think if the show can pretty much stay consistently good throughout the whole season, even after Rick and Maggie's departure, maybe then, like, if there's good word of mouth, more and more people will start watching The Walking Dead as it's coming out. Because here's the thing, a lot of people watch The Walking Dead not on the night it airs. You know, some wait till Netflix, some wait for the DVD, the Blu-ray, some wait maybe a couple days. Maybe some people are just working that night and they just can't make it in time. The point is, the ratings aren't as bad as people make it out to be. Like, that's what I want to say there. But yes, The Walking Dead isn't like getting like 14 million viewers on average anymore. You know, and some of that could be due to just season 7 and 8. Now, some people have said season 6, 7 and 8 are the bad seasons. Some just say it's 7 and 8. Me personally, I liked all the seasons, but season 7 and 8 were definitely, you know, they just really had a lot going against them. And also, some of the choices they made with those 2 seasons, they just, it was just a very bad time for the Walking Dead TV show. Hell, even being a part of the fan base was pretty fucking bad. You know, all people have been is negative. People are just constantly complaining, and the fun of being in this fan base kind of went away for a lot of people. Now, thankfully, it seems like things are starting to go back to the way they were. Slowly but surely. You know, you have a lot of YouTubers that are talking about The Walking Dead constantly. You have Ronnie Hayes from Make It Pat Present, you have Prime Matrix 1986, you have Knockbro Nation, you have the Outcast Angel, you have me. Like, I've done so many Walking Dead videos. You have Trev's Chan 2, you have plenty of different people talking about The Walking Dead, and there's other channels as well. Skybound are very active with the YouTube community, as you can tell by their reaction compilations they put out every week. The thing is, being in the Walking Dead fan base, you know, it's really fun because there is a lot that's good about it. You know, the people themselves, they're great. You know, a lot of YouTubers put a lot of effort into these videos trying to make them as good as they possibly can, and you know, you got to give them credit for that. Even when season 7 and 8 were looking like The Walking Dead was basically on its way out the door, they were still pumping out videos regularly, keeping people interested in the overall fandom. But it's not all bad for The Walking Dead. A few weeks ago, things were looking really bad for The Walking Dead. You know, it's like, not only was the TV show getting so much shit, but even Fear the Walking Dead's season 4 has really pissed off fans. And even the Walking Dead game by Telltale looked like it was being cancelled midway through, and we wouldn't be getting episode 3 and 4. Luckily, Skybound is going to try their best to complete episode 3 and 4, and that's great. Now, as we move forward with The Walking Dead, here's what I want to do with my channel. I do want to have a lot of videos of The Walking Dead on my channel. That's just the way my channel, that's just the way I want my channel to be, because I am a huge Walking Dead fan. Even though I haven't been there since the beginning, I became a Walking Dead fan in 2014. And ever since then, you know, I watched the show, I played the games, I read the novels, I read the comics. Everything there, I, you know, was there for it. And The Walking Dead is still my favorite franchise, without question. You know, without question, it is my favorite franchise, and I am always going to stick with it. And we have a lot to look forward to coming up. You know, season 9 is still going strong. Season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead has good potential to right the wrongs of last season. The Telltale game is getting finished. Overkill's game is coming out soon enough. The Saints and Sinners VR game of The Walking Dead is coming out, as they said, in the first half of 2019 in the Walking Dead oral history report on the games. So there's a lot, and that's not all. The comic books next year are going to start off really fucking strong, because Robert Kirkman has even said that issue 187 is going to be, you know, the start of the biggest storyline yet. And, you know, it's also the end of Compendium 4, which means some shit is probably going to go down. And, you know, issues 187 to 192 are going to be a part of that last 6 chapters of Compendium 4. And after that, the comic will probably never be the same again, because the comic always refreshes itself, you know. You know, it did it after All Out War, it did it with the heads on spikes, it did it when the prison got destroyed. It always manages to refresh itself and do more things. As for other things that are happening with the franchise, like, figures aren't coming out as often, unfortunately, which is a big bummer, because the figures were cool. Like, I'm not a toy collector, but I love the Walking Dead figures so much, I became like a Walking Dead collector. I even collect the fucking calendars. So I do for The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is the only franchise I will go out of my way to collect stuff for. Like, when it comes to other franchises, I wouldn't have collected the figures, I wouldn't have collected calendars, I wouldn't have collected single issues for. But The Walking Dead, I will do that because I love this franchise so much, and it's near and dear to me, because The Walking Dead was unlike anything I ever saw. What made me become a Walking Dead fan was just, it was like one thing, it was just, this story was amazing. Everything about this show, the comic, I loved it all. There have been some hiccups, yes, of course there have. But I still stick with this franchise 100%. And they may have done some bonehead stuff. Andrea. Sorry, there I had a cough. And Carl, oh shit, my fucking cough. But yeah, Andrea and Carl on the TV show were big hiccups. Killing off certain characters too early has also been a big hiccup for just about a lot of parts of The Walking Dead. But I still think this franchise is still really great to get invested into, and if there were people coming to me saying, should I jump on The Walking Dead, bandwagon, like, should I start this franchise, I'd be like, yeah, give it a shot. Maybe you like it, maybe you won't. Maybe it won't be your cup of tea, maybe it will. Hopefully, The Walking Dead can gain back its fans over time. It's going to take a little while. It's not going to happen overnight. But with good word of mouth and a constant stream of good things happening within the fan base and the TV show itself, is if season 9 can stay good, if Fear the Walking Dead season 5 could be like a fucking awesome season, if Telltale if the final season of the Telltale Walking Dead game can end on a high note, The Walking Dead would probably come back to being like must watch, must play, must read, like, because I think Ronnie Hayes from Makeup Represents, he's brought up so many good arguments that The Walking Dead just isn't much must watch anymore. Like, people would tune in every week because they just want to know what's happening next. And then there's been that meme where things only happen in the premieres and the finales, and for a while that was pretty much true. Now, so far, season 9 seems like it is changing that a bit by having, and this is a spoiler for season 9 episode 2, but I'll give you a few seconds to click out. Okay, so the spoiler was, they had a huge character like Aaron lose an arm like that in episode 2. So, they're not afraid to do stuff in just random episodes. So, hopefully we can see stuff shocking like that happen again. Because I still think this franchise still has potential that we haven't, like, we can bring the potential back into it. Well, the potential is there, but like, as long as the fan base, sticks with it, and the people behind the show, the comics, the games, are putting 110% into The Walking Dead, this franchise will go back to the glory days. It might not reach that level of numbers, but it can reach something that is still fucking impressive. I think it's possible. We may not get back to 14 million viewers every week. We could get to 10, maybe, with enough, with enough compassion from the fan base and from the people behind the show. We could do it. People still celebrate The Walking Dead. We had The Walking Dead Day the other day. Like, how many videos were there up of people, collecting Walking Dead stuff that day, and then going on YouTube showing what they got for the day? It was great, seeing the fans happy, like, oh, look at these blind bags we got, look at this, look at all this stuff we got, it's so cool. It's all great, like, it is really all great. And also, you're probably glad I finally have a different, like, video on screen, because it's usually the same clip from the Michonne miniseries and from the pinball game or Friday the 13th. So this is like some new footage, at least for my channel. Like, you've probably seen this a bunch of times on other channels. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, the future for The Walking Dead, I think, is way better than it's been for a while. The future is looking bright, and we just gotta see how things pan out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.